We're born into a world of rules. I mean, there's hundreds of them all over the place. Rules that tell us which bits of grass we can walk on and which we can't, how fast we can drive, which side of the corridor we have to walk, whether we're in an offside position. Every day of our lives, we're being controlled by rules. And they stand ready to condemn us as soon as we step out of line. So the speed camera is ready to snap us. The referee is ready to brandish a red card. The naughty step waiting to welcome the rebellious toddler. Now, we get that rules are necessary in order for society to function, but we don't often feel very excited about them. So it seems pretty natural to assume that if there is a God in heaven, then he operates in the same sort of way. He's like the big traffic warden in the sky, and he's waiting to write out a ticket as soon as we do anything wrong. It's amazing how many people assume that following Jesus just means a heap more rules for us to obey and a load more stuff for us to feel guilty about. Now, if that's true, then I can totally see why you wouldn't want to be involved. I mean, there's plenty of rules already in my life. Why would I want even more restrictions and guilt? But when you stop and when you look closely at the life of Jesus, that is not what you see at all. In fact, you see something radically different. This is what makes Jesus so deeply compelling in a world full of rules. He's so different. So there's a sentence in the Bible, in John's Gospel, chapter 3, that says Jesus did not come to condemn the world, but to save it. Now, we feel condemned all the time. Rules are all about condemnation and punishment. But that's not what Jesus came to do. But neither did he come simply to affirm us and approve of us. So his message was neither keep the rules or I'll condemn you, nor was it, don't worry, you're awesome, just love yourself. Rather, his message was, I came to save you. You see, yes, there is a God in heaven who made us. We've offended him. We've not just broken a few rules, but we've completely turned our hearts against him. So a few rules aren't going to help us. The problem goes much, much deeper. The problem's in our hearts. And we don't need someone to simply come and tell us to try harder. We need someone who can save us. We need someone who can change us from the inside out. Our rebellious hearts deserve God's right condemnation. But instead of condemning us, God sent Jesus to save us. So Jesus doesn't hand out parking tickets. He freely hands out forgiveness to all who will ask him. When he died on the cross, he died to take the condemnation that our rebellious hearts deserve. He does what we could never do for ourselves. And then he begins to change us. He changes our hearts so that we want to live God's way. And then we discover that the God who made us is the God who loves us, and he knows what's best for us. We discover that true freedom is not about being free to do whatever I want, but free to be the person that God made me to be.